Hey, here's Joe again and welcome back to Nioh Complete Edition, where we are in The Last Samurai, which is, I assume, the last main mission of the entire game. Have just faced the enemy's boss, basically. Like, he's the one that's supposed to be Shogun, if they win. Have just faced him and killed him and discovered that he is just Spirit Stone illusion or whatever that was. But we still have to fight his mother and the foreign witch that has inspired her. But we get some help from our friend Yukimura here. We were warned by our cat friend that Yukimura has to stay alive. So let's hope that we manage to do that. I don't know. No, there's Christus on the map. There can't be a boss in here. Yeah, okay. This one first. Got one. You taking care of the Revenant guy? Thank you. Can you please attack the guy? The Sinister Arts achievement. Okay, we got the last of the things. Okay. We didn't activate the second wave yet, apparently. Because he just died now. Can you please aim at the guys that are attacking you? Thank you. Can you stop? Can you stop? I can do a drop attack out of my quick change revive animation? Does Tonfa look good? How do you do that jump? Don't die. Why do they keep spawning revenants? Just want to make sure that we got everything here. Oh, he was down, but then he wasn't down. Weird. Pretty certain I had to pick him back up. I think we're fighting the other... I tried to hit your back. Hey, stop that! I just realized that I don't have my quick change scroll active anymore. Why? Stop! Adjusting your aim like mid-swing. And I don't like the running attack of my things. Did he just activate his living weapon? Yeah, hell yeah. Don't deactivate that when this wave is done. There might be other waves. I think we're fighting the enemy's commanders, and that's why they keep talking to my friend. You have a weird head, by the way. Not head, head. Oh yes, he has a second one. It just charges way faster than mine, but I don't know how fast the weapon charges if you're at max spirit. How many more waves? Oh, that was it. Okay. People died here a lot, and I get why. We'll go back up here shortly. I'll go down and rest now. Wait, is that a new shrine right outside? It looks like a shrine right here. Oh, yeah, okay. We don't need to go down and rest. Just wanted to check whether there are any red guys. Red named guys. The quick change scroll changed my life so much. Strength, yeah? Yeah, it's always strength. Unless heart is also good. Heart is also good today. Okay. Level 185. We're like roughly 100 levels below the mission level. So what I'm assuming is that we are gonna... Like there will be Yodogimi and Maria. And Maria will transform Yodogimi in some kind of supernatural boss enemy, like what happened with the Yamato no Orochi. And then we'll fight Maria afterwards. That's what I guess will happen. But we'll see. Yet this is our final boss. Not especially. It might not be the final boss. It might be the penultimate boss. But let's buff up. And go in.
Chacha-sama, なぜ人の道を外れられた？
人の道など、じきに。
Your dream is just your opium in your pipe thing.
あなた様の夢は断じてかようなものではなかった。お主、何者だ？
滅びる。
We are in some kind of demon realm now. All? Why?
Este castillo ya es historia.
And she's going back to Spain. We'll have to leave something for Nioh too. Are you a dog now? I activated fire, huh? That might have been stupid. I tried. Yes, of course! Delete my life! Yes! Okay! Why the fuck do I stay burned after death? What? What the fuck happened there? There was a delete button again. Great, that enemy has a delete button. I am buffed up. What am I doing? I'm not in front of the boss gate. Dead. I have to buff up when I'm in front of the boss gate so that I don't lose time on my buffs, because these ones do run out pretty quickly. I'm buffed up like crazy if I am not able to do this. She looks like the bird. Yes, it's her hand that we got last episode as a reward. What are you kidding me? Can I move at all? Yes, it's a grab. Okay, the grab does do way less damage than her ranged attack. She's changed to water or what? I'm trying to hit these things. It did do something. Make her go out of key. Stamina man. Yes, the entire arena. I managed to inflict the effect on her. And we got healed a bit. I did have that effect still active. Die, nine-tailed fox. I think it's happy that it got saved from the yokai stuff.
父を信長に討たれ、母を秀吉に討たれ、私は母を討った秀吉に嫁いだ。戦なき世の夢を託した我が子を失い、
She lost her child and that's why she went to
邪法
Amrita.
で秀頼を作った。
Okay, I get that.
秀吉が死んだ後、家臣は去っていった。ただ一人、私をいさめた信繁も。戦乱の炎は何もかも奪っていった。この子と共に戦乱を終わらせる。
Your child is dead. I killed it again.
私が見てきた炎に包まれるのだ。
I get her motivations completely. She still had to be stopped.
わらわは何をしておったのじゃ。
悪い夢を見ておられた。これよりは茶々様の誠の夢、戦なき世となりましょう。
Possessed by Ninetales. Friend of Guardians achievement. And when we killed the nine-tailed fox on the rooftop there, I got the achievement for killing every kind of yokai. So we're done. Nothing new to discover anymore. But there's gameplay again. Interesting. Didn't expect that. Have to go after Maria, apparently. The large yokai referred to as the nine-tailed fox appears throughout history and is known for transforming into a beautiful woman in order to manipulate people and bring ruin to the land. Its legend lives on as an evil creature intent on destroying that which others have worked so hard to build. Good, nothing really useful. And I assume that's just the end. Why? Why didn't you just send me to the map? Whatever. You do you, game. This happened a few too many times now.
わしの役目は終わった。表舞台より姿を消し、影よりこの国を見守ろう。お主はどうする?
More will come to this country in search of Amrita. Perhaps even another Spanish ninja.
されば。間もなく日が暮れる。参ろう。
I assume this cat clock thing is a cultural reference, but I don't get it at all.
江戸幕府は元王を元那と改め天下の平定を宣告。ここに戦乱の世は終わりを告げた。
And that was Bloodshed's end. Until the bloodshed begins again. Like, there is a Nioh 2. And they don't just put the Turmoil's End achievement. They don't just put the time back to where it was before, I assume. Like, you don't have to do the entire story of this war again, just with a bit different mechanics. Okay, a lot of side content. With outsiders continuing to cause problems and the possibility of this country retreating into isolation rising, I headed for Hirado Island in Nagasaki, so that Hanzo and I could continue to protect the country from the shadows. Hirado Island in Nagasaki. I assume that's where the second game begins then. We get its tail and stuff that we don't really care about. Omi region mission, the Queen's Eyes, unlocked. What? We had the Queen's Eyes already unlocked. Omi region mission, the Queen's Eyes? We did that already. Wait. This only had the first 3 regions before, but by defeating the DSC in the base game, we unlock this. Okay. In the NG Plus. Okay, that makes sense. Still have a lot to do here. Everlasting Duty. Grand Tournament. Master Ninja. And the Fair for the Afterlife. I'll also look around. 260 to 255. Okay, we're gonna begin with the Grand Tournament, then the Fair for the Afterlife, the Master Ninja, and then Everlasting Duty. Okay. I assume we have law stuff to read. The Nine-Tailed Fox is a fox-based yokai that has lived for over 1,000 years and possesses strong magical powers. Foxes that mysteriously obtain magical powers become yokai, and the longer the fox has lived, the stronger its powers become. With the number of tails it possesses increasing accordingly as well. Fox spirits with one tail have only weak magical powers and are as intelligent as the average human, but those that live 1,000 years eventually grow 9 tails, and are believed to have a level of intelligence that far exceeds that of even the most intelligent of humans. Also, Nine Tails evolves from Vulpix. I'm pretty certain of that. Magatsu warriors attack with all 4 of their arms, each swinging a blade. Their massive bodies lend immense power to each of their blows, and failing to defend oneself from just one of the attacks is enough to slice clean through the average person. Countering their attacks by dodging the whirlwind of slashes is no easy feat, although their phantom arms are unstable and easy to shatter, making them ideal targets and possibly making these yokai easier to manage over the course of battle. Oh, you can break their arms too. I just went for the crystals on the back because when they shattered they were like downed. Yanomecho, a humanoid guardian spirit possessing butterfly wings and antenna. Yanomecho is said to have a strong connection with death and the soul, and that all who speak its real name die. Hence why people call it Yanomecho, a type of butterfly known as Minuis Dryas. Minuit Dria in French? And that word is not pronounceable in English. Minuis Dryas in English. Samurai would often pray to it before heading into battle, believing it would bestow a great power upon those willing to risk their lives for glory. And we have Nine Tails. As its name suggests, Nine Tails is a fox guardian spirit with 9 tails, each containing enormous power. Able to control fire as well as psychologically manipulate people, Nine Tails once took the form of a strikingly beautiful woman and manipulated a monarch into terrorizing his people. As such, the guardian spirit struck fear into people who believed it brought chaos to the land. Conversely, there are those who worship Nine Tails, seeing it as a sign of peace, that peace will come soon. Will soon come to the word. Joe, read the words in the order they come in the sentence, and then it's easy. Whichever side one believes, all agree that if you see one, the word will soon be turned on its head. 6 months after the Siege of Osaka's winter campaign, William set off in pursuit of Maria, finding himself once again joining Ieyasu and his troops besieging Osaka Castle. Together with Date Masamune, he engaged Sanada Yukimura once more in battle in an attempt to prevent the enemy advance. But such efforts proved to be of no avail, as the chaos brought forth by the spirit stones had already taken hold. William hurried to the main keep of the castle with Yukimura, and after a long and perilous fight defeated Yodogimi, who had taken the form of a giant 9-tailed fox. Upon her defeat, Japan had finally been purged of the forces that sought to use the Amrita for their evil machinations, and a world without war envisioned by the Tokugawa clan was finally realized. With Osaka Castle engulfed in flames behind them, William and Hattori Hanzo made their way to Hirado Island in western Heisen province, present-day Nagasaki prefecture. It is rumored that from that day forth, William continued to protect Japan from the shadows. In order to defeat the Toyotomi clan, Hanzo once again joined the fray at Osaka and fought alongside William and the Tokugawa troops. After the fall of Sanada Yukimura's forces, and upon learning that the remaining Sanada troops were making their way towards Ieyasu's main camp, Hanzo parted ways with William in order to return to his master. Hanzo's concern over Ieyasu's safety proved prescient, as Yukimura appeared and engaged Hanzo in a ferocious battle after he arrived at the main camp. Hanzo bested his opponent, who ultimately proved to be Sarutobi Sasuke, disguised as Yukimura. After the fight, Hanzo and William ventured to Hirado Island in western Heisen province, and it is said that the two of them continued to keep a watchful eye over the now peaceful country and protected from yokai and ninja from foreign lands, among other threats. What is the story of Nioh 2 when this has such a clear resolution? It's just over now. What's the story of Nioh 2? We will learn. Half a year later, Date Masamune once again joined the front lines at Osaka Castle, making his way west from Yamato province together with Katakura Shigenaga. Although the castle had lost its position as a formidable stronghold, the Toyotomi army launched a bold assault, but lost Goto Matabe and many other officers to the cause. Once Masamune's army reached Konda village in Kawachi province, they encountered Sanada Yukimura's forces and engaged them in battle, which ended in a stalemate. Eventually, the Date forces, which had advanced to southern Osaka, were able to achieve the surrender of the Sanada's main troops at Mount Shosu with the assistance of William. Masamune took on the revenant forces empowered by the Spirit Stones that were pouring out from Osaka Castle in order to assist William's assault on the castle's main keep. Many believed the undead warriors could only be contained by the Date forces, who had once used the power of the Spirit Stones themselves. After the battle, Masamune devoted his attention to the management of his fiefdom, building up Sendai as the first economic area of Oshu and ensuring the prosperity of future generations. Maria set her sights on the true ruler of the Toyotomi clan, Yodogimi, and attempted to take advantage of the darkness within her, eventually succeeding in enticing her to release the full power of the Spirit Stones in one fell stroke. Maria intended to use the multitude of slain warriors from both the Toyotomi and Tokugawa forces to obtain a large supply of Amrita, but her plans were ultimately foiled by William. Aware of her imminent failure, Maria escaped while William was occupied fighting the nine-tailed fox. I got that a bit different. To me it seemed like she was just trying to create chaos, to have chaos strike Japan so hard that Spain can put a fleet together and invade it from the other side. That would have been a plan that would have worked inside this story. But the plan to just create Amrita, then she needs to have a secret room where she draws all the Amrita to and sucks it to her and then takes it with her automatically on her teleport. That could have worked, but that's not what she did. That's what John Dee did. Kind of. After having lost his critical strongholds, Yukimura threw caution to the wind and engaged the Tokugawa in a fierce battle. He was able to hold the massive Tokugawa army at bay for some time alongside Goto Matabe and his other officers, but was eventually bested by William, and after finally losing his main camp at Mount Shosu, he acknowledged his defeat. Immediately thereafter, Yukimura learned of Yodogimi's usage of the Spirit Stones, and believing such dishonorable tactics to be counter to the mission of restoring order to the land, he rushed to the castle tower to try and convince Yodogimi to stop her evil plan. Yukimura joined forces with William, whom he no longer viewed as his enemy. After a heated battle against the nine-tailed fox, an exhausted Yukimura approached the critically wounded Yodogimi, who had returned to her original form, and they both welcomed the end of their mortal lives. After his death, Yukimura's exploits as a feudal lord earned him the title of the last great general of the warring states. Sasuke accompanied Sanada Yukimura and aided in the defense of Osaka Castle by throwing one shuriken and then collapsing on the ground without actually doing anything in the boss battle. After Yukimura lost to William and headed to Yodogimi's side, Sasuke prepared for one final act of service to his master. He disguised himself as Yukimura and rushed to Tokugawa Ieyasu's main camp. But just before reaching the camp, he was confronted by Hattori Hanzo, and the two engaged in a battle to the death. Sasuke was able to gain the advantage over Hanzo, but he was shot down by Ieyasu's rifleman. Sasuke's sacrifice helped ensure Yukimura's status as a great warrior, and ensured he would be remembered as Japan's greatest soldier. Possessed by a malicious yokai and consumed by her hatred for Tokugawa Ieyasu, Yodogimi was so intent on preserving the Toyotomi clan that she turned to the power of the Spirit Stones to achieve that goal. From atop the heights of Osaka Castle's main keep, she watched as the Toyotomi forces continued to be overwhelmed by Ieyasu's massive army, typo. When her last hope for victory, Sanada Yukimura, fell to William, the remaining traces of her conscience finally succumbed to the darkness within her. The power of the Spirit Stones was released and engulfed the castle in chaos, and the Toyotomi forces, now revenants, overran the Tokugawa forces. Her body now completely consumed by the nine-tailed fox spirit, Yodogimi descended the castle tower to confront William, who had now also defeated Hideyori. Although she possessed enough power to lay waste to the world, she was unable to best William in battle and was ultimately defeated. Together with Yukimura, who had risked his life to climb the tower and put an end to the rampage, Yodogimi vanished in a burst of flames. Hideyori missed his opportunity to participate in the winter campaign and entrusted defense of the castle to Sanada Yukimura and his men. However, once his mother Yodogimi unleashed the power of the Spirit Stones, Hideyori took command of an army of revenants and waited for his mother to give the signal from the main keep so that he could annihilate the Tokugawa forces in his very first battle. With an imposing appearance reminiscent of Hideyoshi himself, Hideyori put up a strong fight against William but was eventually beaten. Upon his defeat, Hideyori faded into particles of light and vanished, proving to be nothing more than a homunculus Yodogimi created with the wicked power of the Spirit Stones. Okay, that was a lot of lore. We have 4 more submissions to go, so there will be, I assume, 2 more episodes before we have to say goodbye to Nioh. Let me do a bit of item management now. Here we have then dual elements fire and lightning. Midheaven's Light set the dual weapons 1 fire, 1 lightning. I assume these would be really good to use. Like being able to just stack 2 elemental effects on an enemy just with your weapon without buffing the weapon in any way is so good. Not gonna use that though. Okay, we're done with the main missions of Nioh 2. Only thing missing are 4 side missions, and we're gonna start with the grand tournament tomorrow. Have a nice day, see you then.